One of the reasons your Amazon KDP low content or no content books are not selling is because people aren't able to find your products because you're not using the right kind of targeted keywords that they are searching for. Hello and welcome to or back to Passive Income Templates. My name is Laura, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to compete much better when it comes to creating and selling high demand, low competition books. It's incredibly important to find keywords that are relevant and low competition, because otherwise you'll find yourself in areas where there's either an overwhelming amount of demand and your book will just be trying to compete with other thousands and thousands of titles, and it'll be buried under pages and pages of search results. Or you'll be creating in a niche that has little to no demand at all. And in a recent video that I shared, I revealed some of my very favorite and free self-publishing tools. I won't go into this in depth, but check out that video if you want more info on the tools that I use for keyword research. They are the AMZ Suggestion Expander and Self-Publishing Titans, both of which you'll see in this video. And I published my first few books without these tools, and that was a total mistake because I was going after keywords that were far too broad and niches that were too saturated. In fact, I really wasn't doing any kind of keyword research at all because I was just creating what I wanted to create. But we live and learn, and we do better when we know better. So one of my very first creations was a manifestation journal. It never sold, so let's use something like that as an example today to see if we can find a kind of a keyword that will work better. So I'm over here in Amazon in a incognito window. I recommend using an incognito mode to remove any kind of search bias, and do your searches in all products rather than going into something like books, simply because this is probably where the majority of customers are going to be searching to begin with. So before we dive in, we need to cover some basic terms. We have short tail keywords, and they're broad, and they're made up of no more than about 3 keywords. So you might have something like manifestation journal. That's a pretty broad term. As you can see, this brings up an overwhelming amount of search results. Give it a sec to load. This is the Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension. 3,000 search results isn't bad, but let's see. How we do with our niche score, number of results, average BSR. I'm going to guess in this that the demand just really isn't there because it's kind of a niche. As you can see, there's some of these books that sell very, very well. Let's take a look. The niche score is a little bit low. Typically, I like to look for a niche score of about 50, 60, 70, something like that. But as you can see, it's just totally getting lost in a lot of search results. I typically like to keep this number here somewhere in the range of 1,000 to 2,000, and it's better if you can get the average BSR, the average bestseller ranking. If you can find a term that's under 100,000 search results, that would be ideal. So like I said, this is a short keyword, probably not going to do very, very well with that. As you see, this is the AMZ Suggestion Expander kicking in, and it's already giving us so many more richer, longer tail keywords. And these are all things that help to describe the attributes of your product. So, we have things here like color and maybe even page type, like, let's see, what do we have over here? Manifestation journal and planner, manifestation journal and workbook with blank pages, things like that. It also helps to narrow down your target consumer. So here we have a manifestation journal for Black men for beginners, and so on. So long tail keywords are longer and focused because it's a more specific phrase. So these typically tend to be in the range of 3 to 5 words that are all within this long tail keyword. And you're going to have to do your own research to see which ones may be the most profitable. But like I said, refer to this video and it'll give you a really good example of what to aim for in terms of search results. So these are the kinds of words that you want to use in your titles and subtitles and your 7 back-end keyword slots. And let's see if we can find something that's a little bit profitable. So when it comes to doing keyword research, what I like to do is, just think about things very logically, because I'm a real person selling to other people, and I know that I just need to think about the words that I would naturally type in if I was looking for a product. So what really works for me when it comes to finding keywords, especially long tail keywords, is just use the Amazon search bar, and you can type in words like for, and these will bring up some great ideas, or with, also some good ideas here. Longer tail keywords. Even something like and, see what comes up. And then of course you can start to actually go through the alphabet, type in the letter A. Not getting a ton of great results here, but B, manifestation journal, blank pages, Black women, and we can keep going and so on. C, create your reality, manifestation journal for Christian consumers. And just continue through the alphabet like that. That's a really great way to start finding keywords that might really, really do well for you. And when it comes to stringing together a title using relevant phrases, think about similar words that would work in your title so that you can make the most of the space available without repeating words. So in the case of journal, you might alternate with a word like notebook, things like that. Planner, organizer, you can alternate and make your titles and subtitles a little bit richer that way by just switching up the words that you're using. And this really doesn't have to be complicated, so you can string together a few of these keywords, and you've got a really nice title and subtitle. Hopefully it still sounds good. Don't do keyword stuffing. And it's a bonus if they overlap so that you can make the most of the space available. So something like manifestation journal, notebook, and then maybe another keyword that you plug in would be something like notebook for women. Those are 2 keywords that you've bunched together to create a much richer search term. I will do a separate video on these 7 back-end keywords in the future, but in the meantime, hopefully this provides a lot of insight on where you might be able to do better with your Amazon KDP uploads and helping customers find your books. If you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tips and templates and tutorials for making passive income with print on demand. Once again, I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.